From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, November 18th, 2014. Silver is trading at $16.24 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,197 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $374. Antiwar.com reports the massacre of hundreds of members of the Abu Nimr tribe by the Islamic State was seen as potentially driving other Sunni tribes off the fence and into the arms of the Shiite government as an alternative to the Islamic State. It's not working out that way. Abu Nimr, a major Sunni tribe in the easternmost portion of the Anbar province, was also one of the few that was still on good terms with the Iraqi government, though their fighting forces have been effectively wiped out in the Islamic State purges around the city of Hit. They were trying to bring other Sunni tribes on board for expelling the Islamic State from Anbar, but there's no sign of any of these other tribes moving closer to the Iraqi government since the massacres, and they may well have had their intended effect of convincing the other tribes not to get involved. The Islamic State has mostly relied on local Sunni tribes to run its expansive territory across Iraq and Syria, though on those occasions that they have clashed with these tribes, they've been extremely heavy-handed, trying to make an example out of the groups that resist their rule openly. It's a dangerous game for the Islamic State to play as well, because they probably can't fight too many tribes at once, and their economy is heavily dependent on keeping them at least partially on board with their continued rule. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. Forbes reports, while all eyes have been on the Silk Road 2.0 and its alleged operator Blake Benthall this month, the U.S. Marshals Service announced Monday that it will auction off 50,000 bitcoins belonging to Ross Ulbricht, the alleged mastermind of the original Silk Road. In June, the Marshals auctioned off approximately 30,000 bitcoins seized from the Silk Road servers in October 2013. All potential bidders for these 50,000 bitcoin must register by noon on December 1st, and the winning bidders will be notified the day after the auction, December 4th. The money earned in the auction will sit in escrow until Ulbricht's court case is concluded. Ulbricht's trial is currently scheduled to begin January 5th, 2015, after being delayed from its original start date in early November. While he has pled not guilty to 7 drug trafficking, money laundering, computer hacking, and ID theft charges, Ulbricht says he is the owner of the Bitcoin on his computer, according to a claim in the civil forfeiture action. If Ulbricht wins his court case, he will receive the money obtained in the auction. If he loses, the money will go to the Department of Justice Asset Forfeiture Fund. ExpressCoin is the best choice for buying Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and more. ExpressCoin prides themselves on their customer service, so much so that the back end on the website should allow them to be even more focused on your needs. Get your cryptocurrencies with money order, check, wire transfer, or cash deposit. Get started at expresscoin.fppradio.com. That's expresscoin.fppradio.com. Business Insider reports Harvard University and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill are both being sued for allegedly discriminating against Asian American students in their undergraduate admissions policies. The lawsuit claims Harvard and UNC's race-based affirmative action policies hurt the admissions chances of Caucasians and Asian American students. The lawsuit against Harvard claims it intentionally tries to limit the number of Asians in attendance the same way it once limited the number of Jews at the school. The lawsuits were filed by Students for Fair Admissions, a newly formed nonprofit group. The group is made up of students, parents, and others who believe that racial classification and preferences in college admissions are unfair, unnecessary, and unconstitutional. The group said in a press release, Students for Fair Admissions complaint highlights data and analysis that strongly suggest that white, African American, and Hispanic applicants are given racial preference over better qualified Asian Americans applying for admission to Harvard. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.